Sound? Now there's sound? Still no sound? Sound. We're good. Hey everybody. Sorry, I don't know why all of my things got swapped. All of my sound things got swapped to different things. What's going on? Now it probably won't even play if I press I'm testing here.
I'm testing here.
That worked okay. I have no idea what's going on with all this stuff right now. Thank you, Rambler. Yeah, I think that they count. It always counts. Everything counts. I think all of the sounds... Sorry, I didn't mean to do all that, but I think all the sounds got fixed. The pause screen's sound is working. I'm fairly certain about that. Anyway. Welcome to today's stream. I have to admit, I remember next to nothing about what we did last week. I just remember having a fun time making a song. Oh my god, turn off all these. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We got everything set up. We made a song last time. I don't know if
I'm testing here.
I keep forgetting to turn that off every time I switch it on. There we go. We made a song last time. Do we remember what it sounds like? All I remember is that I put in some samples and I did a little bit of the amen break, and it was a weird song, if I remember correctly. And it was also called Save the Senator's Daughter. And I vaguely remember that being a thing. I think I joked about that when I had to take a call. I don't remember much about this song, but here's how it sounds. Let me make sure you're gonna hear it. Yeah, you can hear that.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me.
Jerry pulls the strings.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Yeah, this is great. Okay.
Yeah, let me have it.
I'm gonna lower down that sound. There we go.
Hey, witch! Over for the lady!
Yeah, perfect song. Don't need to worry about it at all. Everything's done. I don't need to change it. It's all right there. It's great.
Over for the lady!
Perfect. Okay, we're good. If I go in here, sorry, and just change the main global volume or something. Is it just track volume for the main? So that way it fully fades out at that last bit, just so that way I'm not worried about nothing. There we go.
Over for the lady!
Yeah, there we go. That's fine. I'll make it a little longer. There we go. This is the only thing I have to fix before I export it, because I'm not changing anything else. You kidding me? I'm not doing nothing. Okay, cool. And then that'll be the full thing. Let me just go ahead and export this real fast. Export audio video. I'm gonna just export it as a wave. That'll be good. And I guess I'll continue to call it Save the Senator's Daughter. I don't know if I'm gonna go with that when we actually are making this into something today. But today, as you can tell by the title, we gotta make the dance. We gotta do the dance. And that was what we were making this song for, was that if you caught the past streams a couple weeks ago, I'm getting into Blender. I'm getting into Blender hard, and I really want to learn how to make an articulate armature, so that way I can make a cool dance. Because the last one I did was just legs. It was just legs, no hands. It was just legs on a buff fish. And so this time We're going to maybe put some arms on there too. Maybe multiple arms. I don't know what kind of creature we're making today. We had a couple different ideas last time. Maybe I'll leave it up to the chat. Maybe let me pull this up real quick. Let's get a poll going, shall we? Because I'm into that. Got to make sure that I've got... We had talked about a bunch of different fun animals, right? That was what we were talking about. But now that I've heard the song... I'm thinking about different animals. I'm thinking about different animals because we had talked about things like the prehensile-tailed porcupine, which is this sweet little lad over here. If you don't know, this is the prehensile-tailed porcupine. Very cute, very squishable nose, extremely adorable. We also talked about the binturong, which we learned smells like popcorn, which is also a great thing. There's some good ones up here already. Capybara, red panda, ring-tailed lemur. Maybe this song is a lemur song. Yeah, I mean, I could just make it Leon S. Kennedy. There's a lot of great animals here that I could base my creature off of. I could also just make a silly guy, you know? Thank you, Rambler. Yes, that would be the thing for this lemur, huh? We could also do none of these and make it a human being. I mean, maybe the thing is, like, I'm aiming, obviously, no matter what, this is going to be an interesting model, because I'm not very good at modeling things yet. So as you can see here, I'll pull up. This is what I have right now in terms of I am going to start sketching some stuff out today. I'm going to start making a little drawing. Oh, I don't need this to be in white right now. Sorry. Let me make this black so that way it actually shows up on my screen, please. Okay, so I'll just be drawing a little guy, you know, and then I'll model that in Blender is the plan for today. So maybe... Oh, I mean, there's some good ones in here. Pygmy marmosets, also very cute, also very good animals to look at. Here's a pygmy marmoset. They're strange little guys. I like them a lot, though. I could go with a kinkajou. They're a good animal too. I love a good kinkajou. I could continuously... Oh, thank you. Also, by the way, oh no, a ninja. I did not mean to take down the ice cream page. I need to put it back up. I had to swap out my new website, and I, in the process of doing that, managed to accidentally delete that page. I think it's still somewhere up on archive of our, like, I was about to say archive of our own. Somebody's got a bunch of fan fiction about those ice creams. So I'm sure you can figure it out from there. I'm sure it's up on Internet Archive. So I just have to hop in and pull it back. And then that should be okay. Jerboas is a great one too. I love a good jerboa. Maybe this is the one. Honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking those are some good dance move legs, right? This could be a fun one to go with. I had also thought, thank you by the way, Bletchley, for subscribing. I had also thought, what if I bring out a classic cephalopod? Let's just look up some good cephalopods. I had thought about what if I make a dancing octopus or squid or whatever, right? Like there's some great ones in there. We could pull up, I mean, you know I love a good cuttlefish. That could be fun. We just keep making nautical creatures. How about best of both worlds? Axolotls are aquatic. Thank you, PGO, for subscribing, by the way. And they have arms. Salamanders or axolotls might be the go-to. I think maybe I'm gonna go with an axolotl. I think it's a fun idea. And they do bark, and it is very cute when they go. Beep. That's what they sound like. Let's do an axolotl, shall we? So let me just pull up some axolotl pictures. I gotta find some good ones so that way I can really get these, because they got that long tail, right? And they got this weird, that's gonna be an interesting thing, because they got this weird, like, translucency. Thank you, Crokespear Theater Co. Welcome, everyone. We're trying to make a little guy who can dance to a song. Yeah, if you haven't heard any axolotls bark before, the Olm? I have literally never heard of this animal before. Oh! They are long. This looks like a Bloodborne boss. They're like the spooky older brother of the axolotl. I have never heard of this creature. The reason I'm not going to choose Olm, I do like them, but I think it's going to be a little bit beyond my capabilities as an animator, because I'm going to need to make a lot of bones in here, right? This is going to be a long thing. Whereas when I look at the axolotl, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I could almost make this a human shape, right? Like, that's not too bad. So I think I'm gonna go with the axolotl today, but that's just, I want you to know it's not because I don't like the Olm, it's because I'm not that skilled at Blender yet. That's why I'm choosing this, okay? So just so we're all on board, it's not because I don't like the Olm. The Olm is a very fine creature, great, one of God's finest creatures, truly one of the best ones. I am not skilled enough to give the Olm what it deserves. So someday we'll come back to it. This is a nice little test too, because I'm gonna have to put in a couple extra bones in the tail, right? That's gonna have to happen at some point. So I'll still get to play around a little bit. Anyway, let's see if we can make a little creature now, shall we? This is now, again, as a reminder to you all, I'm doing this with my mouse and keyboard, which I would say is not the best thing, the best tool to go with. But I'm gonna make a little sideways, a little profile of an axolotl. Let me actually pull up some profile shots. I mean, this is a really good picture. Where is this? There we go. I'm just gonna open this image in a new tab, so that way every time I need to take a look at the axolotl, I can take a look at it over here, and then that'll be easy. You know what, actually, let me just put it up on the screen so that way you all can see it and it's not blocking anything. I think that'll probably be the easiest way to do it. Also, I always forget which way. Let me make this in, why did I put it? I forgot. I keep putting things in the wrong space. Axolotl, I'm just gonna call this because I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. Who knows? Just put in the graphic space. Graphics! And then I'll have a different thing for the Blender stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ah! Okay, let me pull up this thing again. That should be fine. Ah, no. Why can't I get this to I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. Thank you, by the way, Raven Interalia, for subscribing via Prime. As a reminder to you all, if you're looking to subscribe anywhere, I'm very grateful when people subscribe with their Prime memberships. Very grateful for that. But also, if you're looking to get more of your money's worth, you should go subscribe to my Patreon. I just put up a new video there. It won't come out for another few months, but it's going to be up on the Patreon just as I'm building up a catalog. So go check it out there. It's cheaper and it's better for you. I say better for you. It's better for your money. It's not going to change your health at all. Okay? I just want to make that clear. But again, don't worry about it. No need to subscribe anywhere. I'm very grateful for anyone who subscribes wherever, but not necessary. Okay, sorry, let me pull up this picture that I keep saying that I'm going to pull up. Wait, sorry, I didn't do it as an image. There we go. Axolotl, so I can look at it in the corner of this screen, please. From my PC, gotta pull it up from over here in the video section. There we go. Now it's on the screen. Now you know what I'm making. I'll just put that. I'll put that over here. I guess, I don't know. I'm trying to decide where's the best place for me to put my face on this screen. I can always do this. How about this? How about I just pull this up a little bit so that way you can see everything that's going on up there, and then there's just a little axolotl that's hanging out underneath all this stuff, and that looks good. And now you get to see also a little bit of the Ableton file as well, which is always good. Let me listen to it one more time so I can get the vibe of this axolotl, because I'm gonna probably put some clothes on this axolotl just because I think it'd be fun to do. Yeah, I could just put the axolotl over my face.
My dear fellow, he did not know me.
Axolotl's coming out, getting ready.
That was beautiful.
Break it down now. This should be good.
Yeah, let me have it.
Maybe I'll give... the more that I'm listening to this song, the less that I think it's about saving the senator's daughter. Is that... I know we all love that idea, but now I'm thinking maybe this is more of a... This axolotl is like a cool bad boy, right? And maybe the cool bad boy ends up saving the senator's daughter at some point too, but I think the axolotl is absolutely ripping it up, you know? So I think we're gonna see what happens. It is about fighting a coffee wench. You're right, Trans Ivy. It's true. A jewel thief? A jewel thief is always fun. Definitely cousins with Gex. You know what? Actually, here's the thing. I've never played Gex before, but I am looking at Gex and I'm thinking, thank you, Wiki, for giving us this information. Wiki for. I'm thinking those Oakleys, very obviously branded Oakleys. There's Gex. That's Gex, you know. I'm thinking this is pretty similar. I think it's good. I like this, but I'm gonna give my guy a leather jacket, or maybe like a cat suit. I love it. It's true, Rambler. I think I could probably, well, let's just go ahead and get into this, shall we? I've got my axolotl reference image up and running, so that way I'm prepared for anything to take a look. It's a very cute. I'm sorry. Is there an axolotl Google game? There is. I didn't know that. That's wild. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. Let me see this picture on my screen so I can have it for me and I can draw it over here. Okay. All right. So let's talk about axolotls. The good news about this also is that the axolotl doesn't have it's got a very basic color scheme, so I probably don't need to do a lot of like texturing to it. I could probably make it work with just this. So let me just make a quick little drawing of the head. How does the head look from the side? It's pretty wide, right? The axolotl face is pretty long. It's kind of got like, if this is the base of the head, it goes out like this far, kind of, I think. And then we're gonna have of course we have the three little sticky outy bits that we all know what they're called. We all know what they're called. The sticky outy bits. Fringe? Frill? What is it called? I must know that. Now I'm are they gills? Those are gills? What? Learn something new every day. How about that? They got feathery gills on the side of their face. This is a great picture. I'm going to use this one also to reference because I love that face. Okay. Anyway, so those are gills, as we all know and love. The eyes are pretty far forward in this guy, huh? They're a little further forward, and then you just got a little mouth that's like right here. And then you have a very wide face. So what I'm doing right now, by the way, so that way you understand what it is that I'm creating at this point in time, I'm trying to make a side image of the axolotl and a front image of the axolotl. And that way I can put them into Blender, and then I can use them to help me adjust the face and everything, you know, to make sure that it all looks pretty good. And so right now I'm just doing the side view, and then maybe that should be okay. That's what I'm currently doing. It's not too exciting, but it is important for me as somebody who doesn't know how to use Blender all that well. We're gonna get, I guess that's about it. And then the neck kind of appears back here, and then kind of extends down. They got a little pudge. I wanna include a little pudge in there. I think that's important to have. They got a big belly. Maybe not that big. Maybe it's more like maybe it's like this. It's kind of got this going on for it. There you go. A nice little hunched over sort of vibe, but not too bad. And then there's like this somewhat translucent skin thing that goes along them. And then the tail attaches, and it's probably like this long, probably. I'm going to have to make this bigger. I can already tell. Because it's all one cohesive unit, right? And then this little skin thing just gets bigger as it goes down, and then attaches at the end. Maybe even more like that, actually. Let me fix that. Let me do that better. Some frilliness, and then it attaches down here, and then a little more on the bottom too. Actually, let me. No, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Let me erase these, please. Thank you. I just need to erase these lines. All right, really. Oh, I didn't mean to use the pencil now. Go back to the brush, please. Okay, there we go. Got a long tail, and then it kind of attaches back in on here or so. And then what we need is, I'm going to make these legs extra long because I need them to be extra long to maintain that tail. Also, when I look at this guy, I'm like, those leggies are long. Those some long leggies in the back there. They got 5 fingers? Yeah, they do. They're funny little guys, aren't they? They're funny little guys, huh? Y'all funny. Okay. I'm kind of making that dancing gecko again, but hey, there's a reason it is so big. It's because it's the best. It's a great dancing gecko. So here's where the legs are gonna go. They're not digitigrade. They're just kind of like this. In fact, let me just make them a little straighter so that way I could get the legs out like that. There we go. And there we go. That's kind of the vibe of the leg. That's I didn't put that knee where it needs to go. That knee is not where it needs to go. This needs to change a little bit. Stop. Okay, there we go. We're good. A little more down, a little more up. This is not where the thing goes. There we go. That's better. Now this is a beautiful sketch that I've created. Yeah, I like that they got the Godzilla posture right now, honestly. I think that that's kind of what I want from a guy. I guess in this case, I should probably make the arms, you don't really see them right here. I'm just going to draw where I want the arms to go. And they're going to stick out like that, right? Imagine I'm in T-pose right now, because I'm going to need to do that when I'm actually in the program. I guess I should also make these legs straight then, huh? All right. I'm learning. And as we all know,
that's the point of the stream!
That's the point of the stream, everybody. Is so we can learn and try to make things better as we go. All right, let me just attach this one more time. There we go. And then let's put leg attachment like right here, and it goes down to like there. This is pretty anthropomorphic. It's not a perfect leg by any means. But you know what? That's kind of what I'm going for. Sometimes when you're learning to make the dances, you have to make them more human than normal because it's hard to make other characters dance, you know? That's just a fact. Okay, so this one's just going to be called... Let me crop this real quick. So that way it's the right size. Great. So that's the little you know what, make it a little bigger than that actually. Canvas size, make it 2000 and 2000 because that's easier for me. Okay. And then this can just stay right there, right in the center. Beautiful. And then now I can export this as a PNG, please, and put it in the axolotl space. Okay. Axolotl side view. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to keep this one in the same exact space, so that way I'm keeping them basically I want them to be the same I want them to be the same size, obviously, because that's what I'm going for right now. So I'm going to use this. Why am I not doing this right? Enter. There we go. I'm just doing this so that way I can get a better sense of how tall I'm going with my guy. Did I screw up already? I think I might have. No, we're good. All right. Grab this guy. Move him over. Keep it in the same exact position. Okay. These guys are wide. I gotta be honest with y'all. These guys are pretty wide. Let me also... I want this to be a different color, so I'll make this a little more transparent, and then I can draw over it in a different color, and then we can do that. Yeah, they got some wideness, and I want that to be apparent in this version of it, you know? I don't want to mess around and not get the correct wideness. Sorry, let me just change this color. I'll just make it deep blue, so that way I know it's going on a bright blue, rather. Okay. And bingo. So, axolotl... Is there a way to mirror stuff? Because I want this to be perfectly symmetrical. Is there a way to do that in Photoshop? I'm sure there is. Symmetry mode. Click the butterfly icon. I could mirror it after I draw it, but I kind of want to do it like this, so that way I can... Yeah. Butterfly icon in the options bar. Where is that? You'd think I would know this by now. It's on the right. I'm just the worst at this. Hey, this is just how it is sometimes, huh? Go back. I don't want this to be like this. Well, whatever, it's fine. Oh, but with the brush options on the top. There we go. I found it. Vertical symmetry. Right on the middle, please. Great. Done. All right. And now if I go beep ba boop ba 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 boop, that's great. We're good. We did it. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and get. I'm just gonna try to get the shoes and the That's the height of this axolotl right here. Okay, good. And now, let's make this guy wide, because I'm looking at that picture and I'm thinking, that's a wide lad. Very wide, aren't you? Yes. It's not perfect, but actually it's pretty perfect. That's about how wide they are. And then the body's slimmer than you think. So I'm going to just go like this. Give it a little bit of outward momentum. And then it goes down into the tail, which is like that. Ignore how it looks right from here, okay? Thank you, Ryan Sonera, for gifting a sub to GhostBot. Everyone, that's the tail, okay? We all agree. That's where the tail goes. And then I grab some legs, and I'm going to put these legs kind of like right here-ish, I guess. And then they kind of go out. Beep, boop, bop, boop, boop, bop, 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 bop. Beep, boop, boop, bop, bop. Great. Yep, that's the tail. Everyone knows it is the tail. And then once again, whoa, no, that's not what I meant to do. Just make this a little... I just am trying to see where I put the edges. Okay, right there. Okay, so then arms go out like this. And they're little skinny, spindly guys, aren't they? Right? They're not too hard to draw. And then they just kind of go out and become fingers at some point. I'm taking a look at this guy again. They got some weird hands. Longest finger is 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, that's fine. I guess I can... Yeah, I'll do them like this. There we go. There, come on. All right. I'll have to do the arms better when I'm in there, but this works fine. Okay. There's Big Boy. Got to make sure that these spindly gills are good. Also, I got to make sure that the eyes are wide set enough. That's an important part of this creature, is that the eyes are way out here, right? And then they got this kind of mouth that's like right here. In fact, I'm gonna fix that on this one. Well, it's fine. I'm not gonna be putting the mouth in there anyway. Maybe make this a little... Whoops, wrong. I'm gonna erase this and make this a little lower, because there's a little more jaw to this guy. A little more jaw to this guy. Good. And then all we need to do is make these gills, which the first ones go basically straight up out of the head. They go like this. Whee! Maybe even higher than that. And there he is! Love to see him. And then this guy goes like straight up. No? Beautiful. And then this one goes a little further back. Great. And then this one is just attached as kind of a little dangler. There we go. Now that looks like an axolotl to me, everybody. Don't ask questions. It looks fine. Great. Okay. So now I can just export this. And this is axolotl front. Okay. I'm going to save this whole thing just because I'm afraid I'm going to screw it all up. And also it's important to just save in general. Axolotl. I always want to put an extra E at the end because, oh, why wouldn't you? That's just fun. It's just fun to do. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and pop that off. Turn this guy away. We'll come back to those images in just a bit because we need to... I'm going to listen to this song one more time. Let's listen to the song one more time. I got to get into the right headspace because then I have to close Ableton because I want all of my CPU and GPU to be focused on streaming and on Blender. So let's listen to it now. Let's get into the right mind space. Everyone, think of 2 to 3 adjectives that you would use to describe this specific song, and then I will use those adjectives in my creation of the axolotl.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me. He did not know me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Yeah, let me have it.
I'm loving these adjectives.
Hey, witch! Trophy for the lady!
Great. Great. Okay. We've got some good adjectives in there that I will try to use when I'm creating this axolotl. All right. Yeah, save this. Okay. Blender. No, I already have Blender. Stop! Don't open up Microsoft Edge. By the way, do you guys remember this? You guys remember this? You guys remember my beautiful screen? Because I remember it. I remember it very well. We really did a lot of work with that, huh? Oh, that's right. I always have to open it up through here, don't I? Why won't it let me just do it normal styles? Just let me do this. Computer, just let me open up Blender normally. Bingo. All right, Blender. Let's party. Alrighty, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay, so now that we're into Blender, everything changes because I have to remember everything that I learned the other day. The good news is I'm pretty sure, at the very least, I can delete the original cube. I gotta delete the cube, and then I have to start a new thing. So here's what I got. This is from... Yeah, there we go. X and Y axis. This is the front view. So if I do this and I do File... Oh, no. I don't have to do that. I click Shift A, and then I say Image, Reference, and I take the image that I just created, and I choose front view. There we go. Already off to a great start. There we go. And then from this image, I will do this one. And I will say, Shift A, add another reference image, side view. There we go. See, that works. Oh, that's perfect. Cool. And then if I click on both, if I say Alt Z, no. I guess I could just make these, well, they're fine. They'll be okay. If I grab them, I've forgotten how to make them semi-visible. Oh, you know what I could also do really quickly? I just realized I was like, I can't listen to that song while I'm doing this, and then I thought, actually, I can do that, and that's if I grab this and I go into the video sequencer and I add a sound, and then I add the song I just made. Oh, did I export it? I did. It was in music though, wouldn't I? I've done it over here, Save the Senator's Daughter. And now if I play it, you guys can't hear that, but now you can.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me.
There you go. So now I can bring the song in, as I'm making it, and we can listen to it as we remember. Yeah, they do need to be centered. Thank you for reminding me that, Rambler. But I'm going to, let's go ahead and do this. Let's adjust this so that way, here, there we go. That's more accurate. I'm going to put that right there so that way it's right in the center of it. And then from the front, it's already perfect. If, you know what I might do? I'm going to... When it comes to modeling things, is it easier to put it on the flat top? Is that what I'm looking for? Like, or should I just keep it? Should I keep it centered, as in dead center of the axes, or move up on onto the like 0 line of the Z? Put on the, is that, I think that, well, I guess it's fine. I guess either way it's okay. But if I bring it up and I put it right on the Z, then that might be, I guess I could also, let me put it so that way the feet are on the Z. There we go. There we go. Feet are right on 0 there. That seems good to me. Okay. All right. Well, now I feel comfortable getting to it. We're gonna start modeling this thing, I guess, which is gonna be curious. So what do I want to do as the body? I guess I'll start with like a cylinder. Might be the best option. Oh, I did make it at least translucent, so that's nice. Probably don't need that. Let's go with 16 vertices. And then let's make the radius a little smaller, because it's not going to be that big. And then a little smaller that way too, and then we'll be okay. All right, cool. So this is going to be the body, I think. And so if I'm going to do that, I might as well make a couple of yeah, let me keep it in there because that's good. I like that. Oh, why am I not seeing? Oh, it's fine. I have to do it in here. That's why. Okay, so let's make a bunch of loop cuts for this body, and now I'll be able to really mesh this in perfectly. Oh, you know what I also need to do? Mirror. Auto mirror. That's what it was called. Sorry, everybody. It takes me a little bit. Sometimes I have to go, I learned about this thing 4 weeks ago. What was it? It's auto mirror. So I have to go in here, and I go into edit. Let me just grab this normal styles. Let me just grab the cylinder normal styles, and we will auto mirror on X and apply the mirror. And now, if I go back into this... Oh, no, didn't do it. Didn't do it right. What did I not do right? Oh, I have to click it. I have to click the button. I just have to click the button. There we go. Now. No. I've done something wrong. What? Over the x-axis? Oh, it's because it's over the y-axis. I forgot everything. I forget everything so quickly. Oh, I forget everything so quickly. Also, I've just remembered. Here's why. Here is why I didn't delete this. I needed to go back into Photoshop. Open Photoshop, please. Let us do this right now. Okay. Open recent. Axolotl PSD. First things first. I'm dropping this. And I'm just going to make this empty lines in here. I'm okay with that. I think that that's the best choice. Keep the other lines. I'm all right with that. And then I just export this as the same PNG I just exported. And now, did it update? Did it update this version? It didn't. It didn't at all. It didn't even slightly. Well, I'll have to do it again anyway. That's fine. I'm glad I remember this now. I'm gonna do this just because it makes it a little easier for me when I am when I'm filling everything in. There we go. It just makes it a little cleaner when I'm in the editing. So let's do this again. Export. Yes. And then I need to fix this one too. It was like there. It was like right in the center, wasn't it? There we go. Then I'll turn you off, and I will also make you blue because I don't feel like changing the color. It takes too much time. I don't feel like changing the color, so we're just gonna do this. It doesn't have to be perfect because I don't care that much. There we go. Beautiful. Ah, no. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. I see what it's supposed to look like. We're good. All right. Export. Side view. Great. Okay, now we're ready. Now I can come back into this. Let me save and quit out of here. All right. First things first. Where's the No, I don't want to be attached to this right now. I want to be right on the center of this. Well, maybe not. Maybe I do want to be right there. Okay. You know what? We haven't gotten that far. We haven't gotten that far. It's okay if I just add. There we go. No, stop it. Quit it. I've made a fool of myself. Okay. Start again. Add. This is sideways. Wait, do I want to go over the x-axis? I guess. No, I want to go over the y-axis. I think. Maybe? Yes. It's good. It's fine. It'll be good. No, what? Why are you still pulling the other one? I made new ones. Why won't you show me these? They're all new. Why did they export? No, they exported fine. They exported fine. Sometimes you just have to quit Blender. Sometimes you just gotta quit Blender and then start back up again. It's not that big of a deal. It's fine. Okay. Now we're in business. Now I've prepared myself mentally, physically. Everything's going great. I am going to also change where my face is on this screen because it's gonna block a bunch of important details over in the corner. Move my face, please. Move it to the other side. Okay. New. 1. Add. Reference. Good. Add. Reference. Good. Move this so it's on the right part. Delete this. Good. Yep. Right on the center. And then those are together. And it all looks great to me. Bring that on up. Bingo. All right. Now we're ready to model. Now we're ready to do it. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get it started, shall we? Let's get it cooking. I'm going to make myself even smaller. I'm way over here. Okay, beautiful. Where were we? Let me also save this really quickly. Save as. Too many things to save. Make a new folder, call it Blender, so that all of my stuff is in the right space. There we go. Didn't mean to save this as untitled, but that's okay. All right. Let's make a cylinder. Once again, let's make it just 16 vertices. Should be fine for our purposes. Bring it on up. Alt-Z. Now I can see through it. That's great. I want to see also the... I want to see the geometry. There we go. Now I can see the geometry as well. Look at me. I'm learning where things are every day. Now, let's go in there. Let's make some loops. Probably this many loops is probably enough. Okay, good. And now, let's just make it smaller. Nope. Don't need it to be that small, I guess. There we go. That's a good start for it. Now, that's not where it's going to end, though. We know this. Because, also, let us remember, before I get too much further, Brian, that we are making this an auto mirror. Aren't we? Aren't we? I go into here, I click edit, I make auto mirror over Y, and bingo. And now I move these. No, sorry, did I do it over the wrong axis again? Dang it. It should be over the x-axis. It should be. It should be. I was right. What? No, I was wrong. Go back, go back, go back, go back. What? No, go back. No, go. What? Oh my God. Oh, I can never learn my lesson, can I? Everything is fine. Everything's fine, and I'm learning so much. And this is all good. There we go. I fixed it. Okay. Jeez Louise. Mamma mia. Here we go again. Okay. All right. This still feels like a good place to begin. It's looking good from both sides. Everything's looking fine. All right, reference is facing front. Everything's good. Okay, so now I can loop cut. Fantastic. And now I can also, let me just stay from this side. Cool. I can just move these up to where I want them to end, which is going to be up here. In fact, you know what? Let me just move all these ones up really quickly, because I'm probably gonna have to loop cut some more. I know this to be true. Scale it on the y-axis because I want it to be smaller. Scale both of these on the y-axis too. Bingo. Nice and flat. Beautiful. Thank you, Electrodoscope, for resubbing. Much appreciated. All right. The head's gonna be probably a separate thing as I'm making it, probably, I'm guessing. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's just move these up. And then on the y-axis, like that, might be actually silly. Why did I do all this? Here we go. On the X. Okay. I guess what I'm trying to do here. Whoa, not like that. Something like this must be fine. Thank you, Amber Sunfish. Congratulations on your raise. That's great news. That's the way to be. Okay. Just doing very basic stuff right now. Just trying to get it into the kind of space that I'm trying to get to, which is, I guess, around here. Again, this is a silly way to do it, but I like how wide it's keeping it. And then I will do the front in a bit, and then we'll make this. Chat, is it smarter for me to make this just the body and not the like weird unphysical tail? When I say that, here's a picture of an axolotl. This is what I'm talking about. The translucent part. Do I just make that and then do I add the translucent part on top of it? Is that going to be the best choice? I think that's probably the best choice. I'll just do the clear part later. Because I'm probably going to have to do something weird to that also in the rendering, which I got to be honest, kind of scares me a little bit. But, you know, you live and you learn as you go. All right, and then this is going to be like... I guess I'll make the whole tail as well, won't I? I'll just do a scale Y. And then bring it back a little bit too. And then I'm going to start extruding, rather. Okay. We're getting there. That's a pretty okay shape so far. Obviously, I'll have to bring it in a little bit when I'm on the front, but I'm liking what we've got so far. Up here, and then why? No, I don't wanna slide it too far. I'm gonna rotate it, and then I'm gonna slide it to where it belongs. I think that's the best option. I mean, maybe I should have just made the tail keep going. And by that I mean going straight down. No, I think this is the best option because I want the tail to be up basically the entire time. I've changed my opinion. I think this is the right thing that I'm doing. I think I'm doing it correctly. And if I'm wrong, okay. That's fine. I like to be wrong. That's got to be one of my favorite things to be, is wrong. Okay. It gets really flat out here, but I'll deal with that once I'm done with this. There we go, and then this is pretty good. Cool. And then just a few more extrusions. Make that a little smaller because it just kind of tapers off at the end. And again, make it smaller. And then I guess what I want to do is just close this off with one point, don't I? Right? Like if I... Well, let me see if I can do this really quickly because I wanna just do a quick little detail right here. If I go from the top, I guess is where I want to be, straight down. That'll work. That'll be fine, I guess. This one I can make smaller on the x-axis. Oh, whoops! Did I not grab everything that I wanted? I guess I just move them in on the x-axis. Because it gets really thin really quickly. Do I need more loop cuts on this? Potentially. Gonna find out, because these guys are thin. These things get thin. These tails, they're so thin. All right. Oh, that's pretty wild. That got a little too thin too quickly. I need to make this also come in a little bit. And is it doing like a weird pinchy thing? It might be. That's okay. That's fine. We're all right. All right, and then what I want to do is come up here. Ooh, I'm upside down. This is a silly thing that I'm doing, isn't it? Oh, weird. I forgot about this situation. Let me move you guys out a little bit. I just need to move you a little bit. That's not what I need to do. No. Okay. And now I'm just going to make it attached to a point. So if I grab right here, basically, and I do this right in the center, and then I can grab all these pieces, haha, and link them, right? With a J? Yes, with a J. And you also with a J. And you as well with a J. Beautiful. What is going on over here? Oh, it's doing that thing I was afraid of. It's doing that thing I was afraid of. That's okay. Oh, no, not like that. Where it's making it squishy at the edges. Okay. I guess I could disable clipping, but I'm going to do this actually, because what I've realized is that it's this that all needs to come out. If I get this and I were to make it like... Ah, no, not proportional. Maybe that was wrong. Oh, wow, you guys are really doing it. Okay. What have I done? All right, let's disable clipping. Or, no, sorry, not on this one. Let's disable clipping. And now, there we go. Much better. Much better. I know I'm going to have to do this a lot better than I currently am, but you live and you learn. Sometimes now if I get like these two and this one up here too. Let's just make these a little wider so that way I'm not being too foolish. There we go. Fine, fine, fine. And then this can also come out a little bit. And then those are all going to have to be fixed at some other point because I don't feel like fixing them right now. So often I am like, future Brian can deal with that. Oh, I think that's a future Brian problem. Now Brian doesn't want to deal with that. Yeah, that sounds like not fun and I don't want to deal with it. So, yeah. The end. Okay. Now here's a better thing that I just realized is that if I were to take this and make this proportional editing, would that make it easier for me? Nope, wrong. If I click this on and I do this, no, does that not do anything? Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Oh, would I just need to grab one of these? Would this work? Whoa, that's not doing anything either. Am I snapping right now? Oh, this is the one I need to click. Right? This is proportional editing. Oh, I just didn't press the right button. Okay. All right. So proportional editing is where it affects multiple parts. Do if I press like Control F? No, Shift F? No. What is? How do I make... no, none of these are the right things. Oh, there we go. That's how. Now, if I were to move it in, some of these other ones won't move in quite so far. But they'll move in a little bit as I... Okay, now we're good. I figured it out. It took me a very long time, but I figured it out. Okay, so if I grab these ones, and then I proportionally edit them in, then I won't squeeze the tail too much, but I'll squeeze it enough. Okay, cool. That's good. Same with these ones. It won't send it into the oh no, it sent it into the edge again. It sent it straight into the edge. Maybe these ones don't need to be proportional, actually. These ones can just go in. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Thank you, Rambler. Have a good one. All right, so if I get through this now, and then I can bring this straight back on the y-axis. No, not like that. There we go. Cool. That's the end of the tail. Seems good to me. And the body is starting to take shape. I'm going to need to do a lot of extra work on this body, but hey, that's just what the situation calls for. It's fine. Okay. All right. Now I can like grab these and bring them in slowly, and then bring these ones in slowly, and then bring these ones in slowly, and then we're all good. Beautiful. And then that goes straight up to the belly. In fact, you know what? Why don't I bring these ones down a little bit? Just so it's not as intense of a change. Beautiful. And these ones can also come down. Oh, it's because I didn't make them the same shape in both. Well, that's fine. That looks good enough for me. And then that'll give me enough hip action for moving around too, which is what matters. Okay, cool. We're getting better. We're almost to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, this is in a good position. Let me just expand you out a little bit on the X values. Yes, that seems good. And then these ones are pretty much spot on. And then these ones got to come in a little bit. Oh, on the y-axis. No, on the x-axis? Oh, weird. I meant to do it like this. That's not what I thought was going to happen. Well, okay. I've learned my lesson. Just let's move these in little by little. I don't want these to be where they are. Oh, topology, you will always send me on a nightmare excursion. We're good. There we go. Thank you. It'd be Blockhead. Okay, so to get these looking right. Thank you also for gifting a sub. It'd be Blockhead. Very kind of you. Let's keep moving those in so that they look proportional and like they fit in this model. I have to make sure that these make it look nice. Okay, and then this whole thing has got to come in. So we'll start here, and then we'll slowly move these guys into their correct positions. The thing is, an axolotl neck is so thin. It's surprisingly thin for what you would expect from a creature like this. There we go. That should attach now fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add one more extrusion just so that way I can... Well, I don't know. I feel like it's sometimes nice to have a little extra padding just in case you need the neck to extend into the head a little more, you know? I think that seems fine. All right. Folks, I got to say, I'm very grateful that I have such good Blender people in the chat, because this last week, or this last time, I've never had anything stick with Blender. I've always had to relearn every single aspect every single time that I learn it. And this time, I'm feeling like I've connected a couple of the things. I feel like I've actually remembered some of these things, which is absurd. I'm very happy about that. Let me just go ahead, and speaking of learning things, let me label my layers so that way I can actually remember what I'm doing when I'm doing these things. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good start. Let me save. Good reminder. And since we're at 1:15, I'm also gonna I'm gonna go get some water because I'm thirsty. Been talking too much. My throat's all dry. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, everybody. Enjoy the BRB screen. I'm back with a liter of water. So I will be extra hydrated for the rest of this stream. So good. Oh, you know what I should do? I always forget to do this until the end. That's right. It's time for Show Me What Art You Are Doing. This stream is called Watch This While You Do Your Art because I like to learn Blender while y'all are also doing your own art. So if you're doing any art right now, I'd love to hear what you're working on. And it's all good if today your art is lying in bed. That's fine. WTWYDYA, I've been there. I know how that is. But making some garlic ginger udon is pretty exciting. Doing some photo editing, also very fun. Oh, good to hear. They Glow Green saying that I inspired them to draw a kinkajou. I'm glad because I'm sad that I didn't get to make a kinkajou this time. But I'm happy with the axolotl. Ooh, making a clay demon. Editing a YouTube video. That's fantastic. Planning a grocery list is an art form, Oddity Bloggity. I fully agree with that. It is hard to do. Grocery lists are a challenge. Ooh, making black beans and rice. Delicious, Anton. Fantastic stuff. Oh, amazing work. Love to see digitally illustrating, which is a very fancy way of saying I'm drawing my persona for the 5th time today. Great stuff. Hey, Donator. Amazing. Yeah, good work, everyone. Doing some solid art today. I'm very happy to see this. Good work all around. I have to put on some chapstick because my lips are very dry. I went to the Ren Fair yesterday, and I gotta say, it was so hot, and it was so dry and dusty. And I'm still feeling dry right now. That's why I gotta hydrate. Still dehydrated from yesterday, so I'm ready to go. Anyway, let's get back to it, shall we? Glad to see the art you guys have been doing. That's spectacular work. A big old awooga for that. I haven't used that in ages. I forgot what it sounded like. It sounds bad. Okay, anyway, we've made the body, so that's fantastic. Very, very good. I think that looks good from both sides. Looks like the right thing from both sides right now, so very happy about that. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. I'm also going to make sure that I can see all of the things, because I should also be able to see render as well. There we go. Good. All right. I'm going to hide the body, and then we are going to just quickly hide the body. Only when I'm making Blender things is that an appropriate thing for me to be saying. Is the face a sphere? What do we think the face starts out as? A cylinder or a sphere? Like, I could see it being either way. Cylinder gives the better snout, I think, is the thing. But a sphere gives me more. Let's try sphere. I haven't played around with spheres in a while, so let's give that a shot, shall we? A good UV sphere. I guess I'll make it 16 and I'll keep it 16 and 16. Why not? Where did it go? I'm in object mode, right? Yeah, I'm in object mode. Make a sphere. There we go. 16 and 16 seems good enough to me. Okay, but I will probably rotate this sphere so that way the face... Well, maybe not. I was gonna say maybe I rotate it so that way... Maybe I do want it to be a sphere and a cylinder. It could be both. Maybe I'll do a... Let's start with a cylinder, and then I put the spheres on the ends. So that way it's got plenty of stuff. I can make a cube and smooth it to look round. I mean, that is possible. The thing is... Well, this is why we're... You never know until you try. So you gotta start somewhere. Let's just see what happens if I do this just from fixing a sphere, right? Like if I just do it slightly like this, and then I make it... I think we could maybe get pretty close. I think we could get pretty close. Not perfect, but pretty close. Thank you, Nonoro. So we start with this sphere, and then yeah, I think that's probably the best choice. I think that's best. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm gonna auto mirror it. Beautiful. And now, I'm gonna go in here and start editing. So, if I... This almost seems easier if I do it from the front first. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that'll be harder from the front. Well, you never know until you try. Let's do... What if I make this? That's pretty good. There we go. That's why proportional editing is worthwhile. I'm happy about that. Yeah, already off to a good start. And then if I do it from the front, I can do the same thing where I grab this one. Nope. Not that much, but just like this. This feels like it's going to be wrong. Yeah, that's not great to start out with, but you know, well, maybe it's fine to start that way. Maybe Is this from the top? I think it is. I think I could probably just grab this and make the proportional editing a little less intense. And then move it out on the y-axis. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. But now I've unintentionally made the face the least powerful part of it. I also need to make sure that these bottom sections billow out a little more. But it's getting there. It's getting a little better. Let me look at my pictures of the axolotl. Hey, axolotl face is what I've looked at. Okay, so it's a little flatter than I want it to be. But axolotls are just so cute, you know? Take a look at these guys. Take a look at these guys, all right? They got a silly... The face gets thinner as it goes out in the front, so I was actually a little wrong about this one. Well, that wasn't too wrong. That's about right. If I look at those, and then I look at this... Those eyes are further up than I think, but that's okay, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I might, you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm like, I think this might be a cylinder. I think this might be easier for me to start from a cylinder because having this little section right here where it's warping, I think it's just going to get too, it's going to get too silly. Like the way that I've just, wrong. Just go ahead and delete the whole sphere. I'm going back from the beginning. I want to do this as a cylinder. I think it's going to be easier for me if I do it like that. So, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. But hey, as we all know,
I'm testing here.
I'm testing here. Yeah, I don't like dealing with globes. The warping that happens with that is it's not fun to have to deal with as someone who is bad at Blender right now, you know? Let's do this. No, that's none of those are what I was trying to do. I think we're gonna get better results using this. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Okay, so now attach auto mirror to it. Now let's get back into here and let's do a bunch of edge loops. Or like 5. Or like 5 edge loops, that works too. Okay, so now that I've chosen to do it like this, I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a better chance to move these things around in a normal, easy way. So if I grab these guys and I bring them out, if I make them a little smaller, ooh, I didn't mean to do that with proportional editing, but I actually don't hate that actually. So let's just do this. Maybe I'll This is funny. This is an intro. This is the first time that I've been like, huh, I don't know what the best way to model this is. And that's exciting because it means that I have opinions now. It means that I have opinions about Blender in a way that I didn't before. And that's cool. I'm glad that I am like, is this the best way to be doing this? Instead of just being like, well, it'll work. I'll make a square and then I'll put another square on it. The end. Thank you, Spoony Bob, for subscribing, by the way. Let's do not quite like that, but it's not terrible, I guess, if I just bring it up like that a little. There we go. Didn't need to do that either. Let's do it like this. Whoops. Okay. We're getting into a better position now. The head is looking like it's going to work, maybe. If I go here and I also make these things nice and wide also, I'm going to just do that right now so I can have a better sense of it as I'm tapering it in and out. Okay. Now I grab this and I go back to the front and I go... Nope. Like that. There we go. And now the face is expanding in a way that I like. Okay, there we go. Don't know if I want... Maybe I want another loop cut like in here. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Just to give it a little more oomph and maybe a little more... No! Let's bring these guys up a little bit. Less proportional editing, and then same things with these guys. You gotta go up a little bit, because I've decided that that makes more sense as a axolotl. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a loop cut in here too. Great. We're getting somewhere. Now things are starting to move. Let's get these guys. I can do this, right? Oh, that grabs all of them. Okay. Here we go. Touch these things. Make them all. Click on this. Okay. Didn't mean it to go that far down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to make the face bigger. I was going to be like, I could make this fit the face, but then I decided, no, I want the face to be bigger. Sometimes you just have to say, my original drawing was wrong. This is what it should be. Okay. Good. Let me just grab this whole thing, and then let's extrude. Because I want to do that. I don't know. Make it less intense. Just a little proportional editing. And then let's do one more. All right. That's looking pretty nice. And then I'm just going to bring these guys in a little bit. Just bring these guys right back in there on the x-axis. Stretch them out a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, that was pretty good. That's pretty good over there. Now let's grab these guys real quick. Because this dome starts to really slope down after this, it feels like. You know? Cool. Cool. All right. And now let's extrude. And shrink. Just a little bit. Gonna have to change a lot of these ones, I think. Beautiful. And then we're gonna get to a real thin snout. This snout is not thin enough. This has got to be a way thinner. Oh, this is not the water that I brought up here. We haven't named our axolotl yet. You're right. What do we think? What kind of name are we going for with this axolotl? I'm open to all suggestions. There we go. Much better. Pam, Andy, Periwinkle, Cynthia, Claudia, Francis, Dr. Shrunk, Angel's a great one. Herbert, Squish. These are a lot of great names. I'm very impressed with all of these name choices. You all really brought your A game today. Whoa, what did I just do? That's not what I meant to do. Cool. Bring these ones up. Gotta make this thing pointier. Nope, wrong. Okay, and then finally, we're gonna make one more extrusion, and that's gonna tie us all up, I think. We're gonna get a single more extrude. Just gonna get us to our point here. And then I want to make this mouth, don't I? I do. I said that as if it wasn't a rhetorical question. I mean, maybe what I do here is just literally do this and then extrude back a mouth. I think that might be my plan. Oh, what did I do? I didn't mean to do it like that. Let me rotate this real fast. There we go. Beautiful. And then that's going to be the mouth at the very front of the axolotl, right? Great. Will that work? I don't know. Thank you, Ellen, from now on. Welcome. Welcome to this silly watch this while you do your art stream. I'm making an axolotl very slowly. Extremely slowly. But you know, hey, that's just kind of the fun of it. You gotta start somewhere. Let me get these guys in a little bit too, actually. I've just realized I don't want them to be where they are. Let me get them a little smaller. Let me get you a little smaller. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's a cute little axolotl mouth. I'm into that. I'm into that. That sounds great to me. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. A beautiful axolotl face. And if I put in the body, what does it look like? Oh, it's a beautiful axolotl body too. It's a little unattached to the head, huh? I guess I have to bring up this a little more. Let's talk about that body real quick. Let's change. This is hit. And now we go into the body. And let's just fix this really quick. Didn't mean to do it like that, but it works fine, I guess. Okay, there we go. That might be a little bit better for attaching it to the head. Let me see now. Almost there. I gotta bring this part of the neck up further. In fact, maybe what I want to do is even extrude one more time. So that way there's... You know what? Let's just do it like this. There you go. That'll make my life a lot easier, actually. Because then I can just grab this and go, shoop, attach to the head, please. You can do that, I think, now. There we go. This is better, kind of. Looks okay to me. Don't want it to be perfect. I want it to just be a little closer. So that way I'm not stretching and deforming this as much as I was expecting to. There we go. That's better. That's better. That goes straight into the head. All right, we're good. Beautiful. I do like axolotl, the axolotl. Axel F. This is the sane axolotl, and he's hunting the crazy frog. How about that? This is the anti-crazy frog. This is the serious and incredibly down-to-earth axolotl. He has a PhD in organic chemistry. These are all great. I mean, I'm just going to leave you all with that thought. And y'all can just kind of consider, what would it mean to have the antithesis of a crazy frog, you know? What would that even entail? There we go. I'm sorry. I keep making this guy a little bit too wide. There we go. Just a little smaller. Just a little smaller. So that way it's a little more pokey. And then you got that cute little mouth in there. Okay. All right. There we go. Axolotl, all good. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to make those gills. Is that part of the head, I guess? The sensible salamander. It's a great idea. The real Megamoth. So I love the sensible salamander. What did I do? I didn't mean to put this big thing here. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry, everybody. I completely blanked. Faces. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. How did I manage? I just added this accidentally while I was preparing for the next bit. Here we go. Let me just make sure that I'm deleting only the parts that are not the salamander, the axolotl. Now I'm thinking about salamander. Now I'm thinking about sensible salamander. Sensible Sal. How about it's Sensible Sal, the axolotl? And people are like, oh, it would have been better if it was a salamander. And he's like, Sal is just my name. I'm very sensible. I like it when people call me by my name. And so my name is Sensible Sal. I don't just go by my being, my personhood. The crazy frog insists that they're a frog. I'm not even sure that they are. Me, I'm Sensible Sal. I'm an axolotl. All right, this is great. We're really getting somewhere with this lore, huh? Okay, let's make some arms, shall we? Whew. All right, I'm just gonna model one arm at the first part. This is definitely a cylinder. Luckily, I can tell you how much this is. This is a cylinder for sure. This is 100% a cylinder. Let's get those arms in there. All right, let me get out of edit mode so I don't do the same thing I did before. Beautiful. And arm. Let's create a cylinder. This one doesn't have to be as much. This can only have 8 vertices, and that'll probably be okay for me. For my needs. And I'm just making it, just go ahead and rotate it like this, so that way I don't have to think about it like anything else. 90? There we go, that's what I'm talking about, baby. And then we'll keep it, yeah, I think we'll keep it straight up and down like that. I like it like that. And then, lest we forget, oh wait, no, I'm not auto-mirroring. Am I auto-mirroring? I'm auto-mirroring over, no, I'm not. I'm not auto-mirroring at all. Don't need to auto-mirror this one. We're fine. Okay. Scale it down. There we go. Scale it down a little longer, a little more. Okay. And then from the other side, yeah, it's pretty much dead on. That's good. That's perfect. Okay. And then let's just extrude. This is so easy. I love when I get to extrude. Here's a question for all anyone who knows Blender. This is I just kind of yell this out into the world where I'm like, does anyone know Blender? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? When I am, oh, that's gross. When I'm trying to make an elbow, I'm sure there's a good way to do this top. Like, I watched a video that was in Japanese, so I don't actually know, but it just showed good topology, good joint topology. Collapsible topology is a thing that happens, but like joint deformations is a thing that I just don't know how to do well. If a Pixar way to do elbows, there is. Second favorite? Let me search up Pixar elbows. I would inset a square. Huh. Character elbow topology for this. Oh wow, there's a lot of videos about this. This is really helpful. Here's a thing from DeviantArt showing me a Pixar elbow. It's looking, that's pretty cool. That, I gotta say, it's a little beyond me. It's a little beyond me at this point in time. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, you know, great work to Relabu, who created this topology. That looks amazing. I'm not going to be using all of those bits right now. I'm probably not going to be even needing to get to that point. So what I'm going to do instead is maybe extrude like I don't know, like 1 or 2 of these, like, so that way I get a couple extras, you know, like just like, what if I just extrude it 3 times? Is that gonna be good? And then that's the elbow, and now I'm into the forearm. They would need to be radial. Oh man, this is a lot of work. But as soon as you get into like actual, like, truly, I feel like I've learned so much about Blender from this, but I've also learned how little I understand. I would select 4 faces and then I would inset them a tiny bit. Is that the idea? I would take, like, I guess if it's like that, the elbows are in the back here somewhere. And I would just like put another little thing in this point. But maybe I'll just do this and hope for the best for right now. Maybe this is as far as I go at the moment. I think that might be my plan. And then I guess, I mean, obviously, wrists are even more mobile than this. But if I just do another, like, 2, and then, you know, actually, these got to come back a little bit, don't they? All right. Make them a little thinner. And now, I need to make a hand. And that is not fun. I mean, I guess I could just model the hand and, like, oh. Look at these little fingers. Let me just search up axolotl hand. Look at these guys. Look at these little hands. And these limbs regenerate. Axolotls are incredible, man. They're so long. These fingers are so long. Look at this. Do you see that? Those guys are so little salad fingers over here, man. What the heck? I have thought about just making them square, but these feel like they're so important to the axolotl, you know? Yeah, I did make the hands for the video that's on my Patreon. I did as, like, what did I do for that? I think I literally just used them as, like, a rectangular prism, and then I did that. I think I might just make them 5 triangles that extrude out, right? And that's the thing. I think I just, yeah, let's keep it simple, you know? Like, as, like, maybe what I gotta do here, first off, let's just go ahead and grab this one. These gotta be a little smaller, because, whoops, wrong. There we go. Now that's what the hand is going to attach to. And then if for this, I'm actually going to make them even smaller, so that way it's little thin wrists. You gotta have the thin wrists on the Z-axis. There we go. That'll be fine. And then what I might do is maybe I'll just extrude out the hand like this really quickly, actually. On the Y-axis? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. That got really silly. Okay, I just wanted this to get... No proportional editing, please. Just this. This just gets bigger. Okay. And now we're just going to extrude out the hand, which is like this. On the Y-axis again. Because these hands is flat. These hands is flat. Everyone knows these hands is flat. And then I'm just going to bring this back a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is something absurd. Okay, let's see if I join these. And I join these. Whoops, wrong. I'm just going to start like this. So this is going to be the pinky. This is going to be the thumb. And so I need 3 more fingers in here. And I think I'm This is a silly thing, but if it works, it works, right? If I just do this and I extrude 3 triangles from these, and they're all in kind of the same-ish formation, I think that that's probably fine, right? In fact, what I'm gonna do, here's my idea. if I bring this one up forward and then I do a cut right here, and then I join these ones. Whoops, wrong. Did I do something weird with this? No, I didn't. We're good. Beautiful. And then a final bit right here. It will look great. This will be perfect. This is how you make good topology. This is topology, baby. Now that's what I call topology volumes 12. I could maybe extrude a cone, but at this point, I'm just going to keep them little triangle fingies. I think that that's fun to me. I personally think that that's creepier and fun. So I just extrude these guys out. They're very long. Again, I have learned this. You know what? Actually, I'll make them have appendages. Or rather, I'll make them have joints. Because I am a glutton for punishment. If I look straight down, is this going to look okay? 7, 6, 5. 5 is the one that I want. Yeah, now that's what I call a finger. Ah! Not like that. Sorry, wait. I was just trying to make that my reference point. Okay. Good. Very good. I love a good creepy finger, right? This is going to look great, I think. And I'm probably not going to animate these at all, so that'll make them also kind of creepy, I think. These, okay, let me remember which of the fingers is longest. Kind of the ring finger is the longest one. The thumb is pretty short, actually. So if anything, this has got to be longer. Beautiful. And then same here. Great. Longest finger right here. Maybe these guys could come over here a little bit. Wait, sorry. Beautiful. How are those looking? They're looking okay. And then the pinky. That's what I'm talking about. What am I doing? There we go. That's better. Okay. Now that's a hand. These got to come back a little bit, don't they? You guys all got to go back. Just a skosh. Ooh, whoops. That was gross. Okay. Beautiful. Now that's what I call a perfect hand. This comes back in a little bit. This should come back in. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, beautiful hand. Beautiful hand right there. Now that's an axolotl's hand for sure. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that again for the feet, aren't I? Okay. Well, that's arm.L, right? When I look at it with the body and the head, that seems to be a good thing. Yeah, that's looking pretty solid so far. I like what's going on. I'm a fan of what's going on so far. Now let's get this leg done. What's the best way to do this? Maybe I'll start from the front with a cylinder. I'll just start right here. Again, yeah, that works fine for me. Let's get it up here. And I'll make the hip a little bit, whoops, more special. Whoop, no, there we go. Okay. A little smaller. A little smaller. And then let's get it like, I guess I want it to be like here-ish. And it'll just attach into that whole section, so that's fine. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that'll be good. And then let's start extruding. This'll be part of, you know what? Let's make this part of the thigh real quick. And then I can extrude these up as necessary. Like this. And that might work better. Copying the arm and editing it would be easier, wouldn't it? You're absolutely correct. I've already done all the hard work. This is what you gotta learn about Blender, is how to ignore all the, you don't just leave all that work on the table. I spent so much time on this thing. Okay, let's take a look. And luckily, the back feet look very similar to the front feet, so I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and get leg L. Beautiful. And that's it. And we're done. We did it. Looks the same to me. Looks perfect. Okay. I'm gonna rotate you out first. Oh, why is the geometry so weird right now? I didn't mean to. Let me set origin to geometry. Much better. Okay. So first things first. Let's go ahead and rotate this little smushable thing, shall we? Gotta make sure that these... Whoops. Not from that angle, I just realized. I wanted to like take this whole thing and then just rotate it up, but then I realized the origin point is different. So if I have to rotate it, I have to put the... Oh, it's choosing there, but I want the... Is there a way to make the origin point right here? I think there is, but I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a way. If I... Oh, cursor? Is this what I do? I just put the cursor there, and then if I put the cursor right there, and then I were to take it and then rotate it, that's kind of what I wanted, I guess. It's not really. I mean, here's the thing, is that I could also just do this and then go like this. It's because of proportional. Stop it. All right. Well, let me just do this, and then I'll do it the slow way right now. Shift S, origin to cursor. That could be it. I could change the bounding box. Transform pivot point. That's what I want. That's what I want, right? Is it right there? Is that what I'm trying to do? If I say bounding box center, it's right there. If I do this, okay, that's rotating around where I expected. 3D cursor, is that what I want? So now that I've changed where the 3D cursor is, I can do this and I can go, hey, that is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, cool, I figured it out. Thank you to the help, to the wonderful, wonderful helpers in the chat. Okay, so I needed to change this to be to the 3D cursor as opposed to the bounding box. And then that's what it starts to do. And then I can do it a little bit proportional. So that way it catches a couple of these things. Okay. There we go. That looks good. That works really well, actually. I'm kind of shocked at how good that was. You know, the more you learn. And now I can just do this. What's fun about this is now I can just make it bigger. Make it slightly bigger, so that way it actually lands right on the ground. There we go, right there. Seems good. And now, I mean, that's pretty much it. I am going to make sure that I put the... I'll move it a little further forward. And now I just need to do a bit of finagling right here. Just with a little extrusion and a rotation around the y-axis. And then I can do this. And I can grab these guys. Wait, no, I can just Alt and click that. And then rotate like this. Kind of. I didn't need to do all that, I don't think, actually. Let me just grab these, actually. And I'm going to bring them down a little bit, so that way it moves them out. And then I will start to do these ones. There we go. I think that's pretty nice. And now that attaches in there, I mean, it's not that nice. I'll be honest. I know it's not that nice. Okay. But it's not terrible, you know? Like, I don't hate what this is doing at this point in time. In fact, let me just grab these ones and move this out a little bit. There we go. Thank you, proportional editing. It's a much bigger leg than normal axolotls have, but looks pretty good to me. And I don't care enough to figure out how to make it that much better. That's not true. I care a lot. I care a lot about this guy. Who am I kidding? Stop trying to be cool, Brian. You care. You care a lot about this axolotl. All right, there we go. And that'll just kind of run through the legs. Yeah, it does need beefier legs to dance with. I mean, here's the thing. These legs are still pretty spindly. I could maybe do a little bit of this, so that way... Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do, actually. Let's just make this a little smaller. And bring them down a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Okay. And now, I guess the last thing I need to do is make these... Well, I should make the eyeballs. Definitely got to make the eyeballs. Which is pretty easy, I think. I mean, I shouldn't be getting too ahead of myself right now. But I like what's happening here. Like, already, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, it's a pretty good salamander shape. I think that's pretty okay. I like what's going on here. You know what? I want this face to be a little flatter, though. I've taking a look at this one more time. I've decided that what I really want is to take these and to do a little bit of stretching out on the x-axis because I want it to be a little wider of a face. It do get a little wide, huh? I'm looking at these guys. I'm looking at this specific picture right here. This specific picture right there. And I'm thinking, that's a wide face. A wide, thin face. Or like this one. I didn't even think about looking at it from the top. That's silly. They really got wide face. But obviously, it changes depending on if it's floating or not. Anyway, lots of things to think about when you're dealing with axolotls. Lots of things. They're very difficult. They're difficult to really nail, you know? All right, let's get some eyeballs in there. I love their silly little eyeballs. That's got to be one of my favorite things about the axolotls. Let me just move this out. Sorry, I just wanted to get these guys moving a little bit because you're not. Absolutely not. There we go. There we go. That's a little better of a face. And then these should all be coming out a little more. Beautiful. Now that mouth is a little wider as it just kind of is smiling. And then now let's put some eyeballs on here, shall we? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alt-Z. There we go. Let's put an eyeball in there. Pretty easy to make this one, at least. This one, I think it's going to be a sphere. Pretty sure this one's going to be a sphere. It could just be 8 and 8. I don't need it to be too intense, because it's going to be so small anyway. Cool. And then from the front, let's bring those guys right on in here. And I'll just have them be like that. I think that that's fine. And then I just have to duplicate this over. And then I think that'll look good. Let's do that, shall we? Let me just make an empty real quick. Okay. So now what I can do is duplicate everything over. In fact, what I should definitely do first is just copy all of the things that I've made. Where's my sphere? Let's call this IL. That'll be good. Thank you, Sniffly One, for rating. We're going to just go ahead and copy everything here. And we're going to make a new collection because I've learned from past experiences to make it dupes. This is perhaps the most important thing of the entire thing. Okay, now what I can do is grab these and then I can make a modifier and then just mirror these over the center line. Wait a second. Why is the center line over there? Oh, it's because I put the cursor down there. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Put this dead center, please. There we go. Much better. Okay, now I can do that modifier. Mirror over top of the center line on the x-axis, and there we get the other arm. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and apply this, and then I'm going to split this up again, and I'm going to... Y is the button. Good. And now... Oh, no, I didn't do that right. Why? Hey, why? Hey, why, though? I could mirror it across the body, couldn't I have? That's true. Oh, let's do the gills, too. I keep forgetting about the gills. I have to make the gills. Okay. Oh, man. Separate. It's P. It's P. We all know this. Okay. Arm, R. Great. Let's make the eyeball. Let's duplicate the eyeball, shall we? Ba 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 ba. Put this over there. Make this move across the thing. Now the eyeball is in the right place, so now it is able to be applied. I also need to apply these mirrors really quickly. Now I grab these eyeballs, go back into edit, P, selection. Great, and now this is IR. And now I gotta do the thing with this. Okay. Mirror across the center, and then apply it. And then you grab it and you press P and you click selection and then you rename this to LR. Okay, like R. Beautiful. Now that's what I call an axolotl, except for the lack of gills. So let's do that right now. Okay. Axolotl, axolotl, you're my best friend. Sensible Sal. I'm gonna save this. And I'm gonna just really quickly, before I forget the name Sensitive Sal, I'm gonna rename my video, or the Splendor file, to Sensitive Sal. There we go. Now we're in business. Now we know what's going on. Now we know. You can hear my voice keep cracking because I haven't been drinking enough water. I'm a fool. Boop. Great. Sensitive Sal, baby. Oh, sensible Sal. Well, he's sensitive too. Sensual Sal. Sensual Sal. Sorry, 1 second. Everyone, this is really important. Sorry, everybody. This is super important. Sensual Sal. It's really important. I had to do that. Fixed it. Now we're ready. Okay. All right. I'm here. This is true. Second favorite. That this axolotl does have kissable lips. So here's the thing. Just because it's sensible Sal, sometimes the sensible thing is to have a smooch. That's the, you can be both a sensible and sensual Sal. And that's okay. And that's just okay. All right, let's make some gills. I guess I'll just do these as, I can make them cones. I think maybe cones is the best option. I rarely use a cone. So I'm really making big moves over here. A cone, I rarely find reasons to have a cone, but today I think it just makes sense. Ba 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 ba. Great. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you in the right position, and then I'll put a couple of loop cuts in there too. But you're gonna be rotated back kind of like this. And you're going to be attached almost directly to the dome right there. And then let's move you over this way. In fact, I should probably rotate you a little bit this way also on the y-axis. I'm too far over now. Now I can bring you down into the position where you must be to attach to the dome. To attach to that dome. Oh no. Let's go ahead and make you a little, well, you know what? Now it's time to get into this, actually. I've just realized I need to do it like this. Beautiful. Okay. And now maybe the plan is to do it kind of like this, where it's attached. It's underneath. Oh no, I didn't quite get it there. Let me just get it underneath the skin. So that way it's fully in there. Now let's do some... Oh, what the hell? Why? What? I can't loop cut all of them at the same time? Why not? Because it's not a cylinder. Might be. Must be something like that. Oh, you know what I could do? Rectangle, and then I could make one end real tiny. That might be the option. I was going to say the other option is that I could do this. There's a way to make loop cuts without making loop cuts. Is by simply extruding the loops as I go. You know? These are kind of turning into horns, but that's okay. They're kind of our horns, you know? Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these right up at the top right now. So that way I know where they're headed. I must know where they're headed before I can move them correctly. Good. Fun. Okay. And now I'll just bring these back up because I mean, now I could loop cut this because there's a part of me that's like, I want to make this clear to everybody. I don't know how to do what I'm about to ask, what I'm about to say that I think I could be doing. I really have no clue. But it could be fun. Oh wait, what am I doing? I want this to just, is it Alt-Z? If that Shift Alt-Z? No. S Shift-Z? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to just... Oh, this is weird. That's not what I wanted, actually. It's close enough. It's close enough to what I wanted. So I'm not really that upset. Anyway, what I'd like to do is make these gills jiggle around a little bit, but in the physical space. Like, I want to add physics to those as well as the, like, translucent tail, and I want it to wiggle as it's going. Right? I can add wiggle bones. I also want to add the little gill fringes, but I don't 100% know how to do that either. Wiggle bones? I can't believe there's just a term for this, which is just wiggle bones. Maybe I'll put wiggle bones in the tail too, and just let that tail go wild, you know? Anyway, that's good enough for me in terms of what I'm trying to accomplish right now. Let me just flatten it a little bit like this. And then like this. Because I want it to be thinner. And then I can move these down a little bit. Okay. And then I'll take the whole thing and I'll move it like this. Okay. Bingo. All right, that's one gill done. Took me a while. It's hard to do. Hard to do. Anyway, that's one gill. What would I call this one? Where is it anyway? Oh, it's down here. Why are you down here? Stop being down there. Gill O1L is what this is. And then I can duplicate it. And it should be Gil 002L. Oh, no. Gil L001 is what it becomes. I still haven't learned the, I still haven't learned, how to name things. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, everybody. I just realized you can't see me doing anything on the sides because I made it too big. Made the dang thing too big. This axolotl will keep freaking me out every time I see it accidentally. Okay. Anyway. Let us do it. And now if I do duplicate, now it's the correct name. Gil L002. All right, there we go. All right, now I can rotate this on the y-axis, kind of. I think that's right. Okay, good. I can just bring it in there because I don't feel like doing too much more to it right now. And then a smaller version of this will become Gil L3, which will be like here. And that'll be kind of in this direction, right? There we go. That's the final one, which is a little more small. I guess it's not that much smaller. There we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. So, we're doing pretty good right now. Let me just copy and paste these into the dupes as well, just so I have them ready to go in a moment's notice, if need be. But we're going to go ahead and maybe I'll just join all these. Is that bad if I make them all the same thing? I mean, I guess I could always combine everything into one object. But I still am scared about that. I don't love to do that. So I'm not going to do that. The end. So I'm just going to do this all by mirror. Great. Apply. Mirror. Apply. Mirror. Apply. Whoops. Over here. There we go. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, I mean, we're already in a pretty good position right now. If I take away the two empties. If I showed you this, obviously I haven't put in the, like, outside bit yet. But I feel like if I looked at that, I'd be like, yeah, that's an axolotl. That looks pretty much like what I was expecting. I would say so. I think that's fair, right? I'm happy with this. There he is. I love Sensible Sal. I love Sensible Sal. That's great. Okay. And now, at the very least, we've spent so much extra time modeling today that I haven't been able to even get to the armature, which is fine. I mean, it's not that big a deal. But it's funny because now we're going to try to do that. we're gonna try to make this little armature and see what we can do. And if that's the case, I guess what I want to do is start. Let me get this cursor back to where it should be. Go back to the center. That's close enough. Okay. Let's do this, shall we? Border Love, we did indeed finish the Big Mouth Bass. If you check the old videos, you can see. And in fact, the Big Mouth Bass, the big leg, Billy Fast. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Aiden Universe. Sorry, I just got sidetracked. But if I just click Shift S, and then I say cursor to world origin, wow, that's way nicer. That's pretty great. Way nicer. But Billy appears in a video that, again, you'll see in a couple months maybe, unless you're on the Patreon, in which case you've already seen it. But all I'm saying is that Big Mouth Billy Fast, Big Legs Billy Fast is going to show up in a major way, and I'm very happy to see him. All right, let's make this armature, shall we? So we'll start from like the hips. I don't mean to squash it like that, actually. But that's basically, that's dead on. That's great. Okay, so armature. Armature. Bring you up here, please. All right. First things first. I will make the... I guess I'll put this actually up a little bit. And this will be the first part of the spine. There we go. And then I will go ahead and extrude out all along the x-axis. And I'll bring it down to here. Let's see how it's looking in there. Yep, this will go straight down, so that's perfect. I love that. In fact, actually make it move out a little further. Cool. And let's name these bones as I'm doing it. This bone is lower back. This is hip.L. Okay, and then from hip.L, we're going to extrude straight down, which will get us to the knee. So we'll call this one, I mean, I guess I could just keep it hip.L. That's fine. I mean, I'll fix that in a bit. Wait, what is hip L2? Stop that. I don't want this one. Where did you come from? Who are you? Where are you? Hip L02. That's not what I want. I want to delete that bone. Where's that bone coming from? Did I just... Okay, well, it seems like it's been fixed. I don't 100% know what just happened there. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's gone now. We're good. We're good. Back to it. Now extrude another bone right from here. Straight down. And then a little bit to there. That seems good. And then from this angle, it's still looking nice. Maybe a little further forward. Maybe a little further down too. Beautiful. His leg's a little backwards right now, but that's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. In fact, let me just move this up forward a little bit. In fact, let me go ahead and grab both of these legs. and move them both forward just a little bit. There we go. Sometimes you just have to, you gotta finagle it in the time. You've realized you've made a mistake. Okay, I am not going to animate these fingers. What do we think? Maybe someday I will come back and I'll animate those fingers, but I don't want to do that right now. I think that's okay. Okay, good. Awesome. And now we got some bones that are looking good. Amazing. And now what I can also do is make this... Somebody said something about wiggle bones. And I am curious as to what that might mean. But in the meantime, let me just go ahead and keep doing the stuff that I know how to do at the very least. I'll put this up here, which will be called upper back, because then I can attach the... There we go. That'll be fine. And then this one is called... Where are you? Upper back. And then from upper back, I'm going to extrude out to the x-axis and then down by a little bit. And this will be shoulder. Shoulder dot L. Then once again, let's just extrude out to the elbow. And then extrude out to the wrist. And then one more extrusion to make the hand. Beautiful. Great. And now we got to do a couple extra special things right here, where I'm going to extrude up for the neck. And then move it up so that way it can actually land where it's supposed to land. Actually, you know what? I should make this 2 different bones. I'll make this 2 different bones. Nice. This will be called... I don't even know. I'll just keep it upper back 1. Who cares? I should care. I know this is a bad idea to not label my stuff correctly. But there we go. That's where the neck is going to go. This will be called neck at least. Okay. And then we just need the head bone. The head bone. And bingo and bingo. Okay. All right. And I'm not going to change the mouth right now, because this is mostly about dancing. This is mostly about dancing, I think. And so now I can grab the armature in total, right? Shift out. Whoops, wrong. Control A. Oh, no, not Control A. A. Just A. That's all I have to press. And symmetrize. Bingo. And then, do we think I can make some wiggle bones? Do we think that someone in chat can teach me how to use wiggle bones? Because I just want to test it in the tail and in the wiggly bits, right? I need to download an add-on. Is that true? Okay. Let me see if I can download this without going too far into the... once again, I have to do this stuff. I need to download this add-on, and I need to download the add-on that shows my keystrokes, so that way you can see what's going on. Let's see. I need to download one of these Python things. Okay. Blender add-ons. Downloaded on blenderartists.org. Okay. I have a new version 2 rewrite of the add-on announced here. Wiggle 2. Should I be using Wiggle 2? No, I shouldn't. I can't figure out where that is. Oh no, where did it go? Sorry, I'm still not downloading it correctly. The latest current version to this post. Alright, I think this is what I need. Show me this. Do I just run this Python thing? Is that what I have to do? Is that all I have to do? I'm about to break my whole computer. Ah. Everything's fine. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to be able to get this add-on live on stream right now because I only got 20 minutes left. But I can add, let me make a note of this in my brain. Add the add-on of Wiggle Bones. Add the add-on of Keystrokes. Ah! Okay, I made a mental note of it. We're all good to go. In the meantime, let's save. Thank you for the reminder to save. Stars Fall. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. I have saved many times now. And now I'm just gonna see what happens if I just join all of these things together. Right? I just have to combine them all. Or do I parent them? Oh, that is a good idea of making reminder to save as a great Twitch points redeem. I've barely used my Twitch points, so I should probably do that, shouldn't I? I bet I can do that right now. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Now I'm learning a new thing. Make that 100 points. Is that too much? I don't know how much points, channel points are. You know? Is 100 a lot? Is 100 nothing? What do you get channel points for? Maybe a little higher. 100 feels fine for reminder to save. Then let's make it redemption cooldown time 1 minute. I have to put in an interesting. I'm just creating this. I haven't put any colors or anything on it, but let me just see what happens if I just click this. Does that show? Does that show up now? Yes, there we go. I see that. It'd only take a few minutes to accumulate that much. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But now you can redeem that to tell me to save my file. Now I just have to make sure that I see this in the stream. I have to find a way to make sure it pops up so I can actually remember to look at it. But there you go. I've done something. And now you can only do it once a minute, but I figure that's enough time for me to be like, "Oh yes, I should remember to save." Yeah, for a 1 minute cooldown, I can make it whatever. Anyway, I need to find a better way to do that at some point. But for now, let's just see what happens if I combine all these things. Do I just parent it? I've already forgotten what I need to do to make this work. I don't click the I click the armature first, and then I click everything else, or do I click everything else and then the armature? Okay, armature. It's everything else and then the armature. I never remember which way it's supposed to go. One day that will make sense to me, but for some reason it's always counterintuitive to what I think it's supposed to be. Okay. Grabbed all those, and I grab the armature. Oh, no, 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 not this one. Don't click the armature. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have to apply transform before, you're right. What is apply transform again? It's, I have to, what is the thing? It's a key, I learned this keystroke. Control A, is that it? Apply all transforms. Okay, there we go. And now that should make much more sense, right? Now everything's fine. I gotta select them all. So I selected everything. Control A, all transforms. All right, and now everything is in the right place. Okay. Oh my gosh. These things, I just don't understand. Thank you to the people who've reminded me to save my file. I've now saved it again. It's already working. This new channel point system is already working. Okay. Nope. No. Oh my gosh. This has got to be an easier way to do this. I'm being a fool. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I grabbed everything, and now I grab the armature, and I click parent with automatic weights. All right, let's see how I did. Let's see how those automatic weights did, shall we? I'm gonna grab this armature. I'm gonna go into pose mode. Oh, interesting. This affects the top, which is fun. I love when random bits affect other random bits. But in general, the movement's pretty good. The movement's relatively natural. There's some weird bits right up there, but like this is all working just fine. That's all working good. How are the legs doing? Yeah, pretty good. Oh, this affects the tail. That's cute. I like when that happens. I like when the tail gets affected by some random things. How about this one? Oh, also affects the tail. Makes sense. And then this one. Oh, yeah, make that tail tiny. Yeah, that's great. All right, good. Now that's pretty solid. Pretty good first pose for Sal. You know? Pretty solid first pose. Okay, which means that now I need to do some stuff. Now I gotta change some weights. Because I don't want this tail to be affected by anything. I mean, I guess a little bit of the tail will be. But in general, I don't want that to be the case. Okay, there's the pose. That's normal. So now what I need to do is grab these and go into weight paint mode. Isn't that right? Like, isn't that an edit? Or no, that's not. I go into, I grab the armature. I go into object mode. And then I go, is it in pose mode? Is it in pose mode? I have to select the mesh. That makes more sense, huh? Maybe I should have just combined all these things, huh? Maybe I should have just put them all into one thing. Maybe that's what I need to accept. Right? Okay, so here's a question. Should I... Let's go ahead and go back for a second. Let's go back so that way I don't have any armatures attached to anything. Okay, there we go. Now this shouldn't have a pose mode. Oh, no, it does. Okay, just kidding. Still got to go back a little bit. Okay, now it's no longer parented, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, it still is. Oh, I see where I am. Okay, well, it's a good thing I made all of those. Okay. Okay, now they're no longer posed. Now they're no longer attached. Great, perfect. Okay, good. So, let's talk about this. I want to just go ahead and combine all of these meshes into one thing. So I'm going to... It's always scary to do this, so I'm actually going to, before I do anything else, I'm just going to copy and paste all this into the dupes now that I have the correct dupes set up, right? I've done the armature. I feel like I'm pretty good in everything there, so I feel comfortable putting this all into dupes. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. It's just Control J to join, because I guess if I'm just joining them, I'm not Boolean attaching them, which is probably for the best. I shouldn't be just Boolean unifying them all. So I won't do that. So I simply won't do that. I'm just going to not do that, and I will not think about it, and that's fine. And so Control J, and now they're all one thing, and I'm gonna call this Sensible Sal. All right, now Sensible Sal has a single thing now, so that's good. Maybe what happens if I... You know what? I've decided I take it back. The only place I want wiggle bones is in the gills. The gills get wiggle bones. But otherwise, the tail needs to be able to move around the way that I want it to. So, I am going to actually increase this armature more than I thought I was going to. So let's take a look at this real quick. Well, we're gonna send this straight down, and I'll make it like this. I'll make it go back to here. That sounds good. And then I will call this something else. What is this bone called? Tail 1. Or rather, tail.001 will be fine. Great. And now I can extrude here as well. Just past here. And there we go. And then extrude again. There we go. And then one final extrusion should get us, whoops, to where we need to go. Beautiful. Great, and those are all the tails. The tail is set up now. That might fix a little bit of the auto stuff. Oh, that's good to know, by the way, second favorite. In edit mode, I can hit L to select whole section. That's nice. I remember learning that. I learned that the other day. It's becoming more... I'm remembering these things more. Every time I do them, I remember them a little bit more. And that's great. Okay, so let's take a look at this. And now I can grab this, and then Control P. Oh, whoops, sorry. Whoops. Pop. Pop. Oh, I'm in edit mode. That's why. Bop, 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 bop. With automatic weights. All right, now let's see. Let's see how this is working. All right, that tail part is looking good to me. That tail part's looking good. That tail part's looking good. That tail part's looking good. I don't know why it's not attached to the butt. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but it is still working well enough. I don't know what that is. I'm not 100% sure. Is it because that's the end of this thing? I can connect them. Let me connect those bones. Let me connect those bones. I need to connect these bones. Bop, 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 bop. Connect these bones, please. Connect them bones, please. I guess I gotta do this in like edit mode, probably. Parent? Is that it? Yeah, just make a parent real quick. Just make them connect. What? Don't connect up there. Thank you for reminding me to save. Just saved. Is it the other way around? Do I have to grab it this way and then parent it that way? Definitely not that. Keep offset option. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. So now if I do this. Okay, yep, it connects to both of them. That's fun. Oh, but is it just fully attached now? Is that a problem? Because now these two bones are the same bone, basically. Kind of looks like that's what's happening at this point in time. The opposite order. That makes more sense. Okay, let's go back. We'll come back here. All right, so grab this one. Then I grab this one. Is that the one? No, not wrong. I just did the same thing again, didn't I? Oh no. What? Hey, what happened there? Okay. Okay. Why is this effect? Oh, but then it just connects them. I can't do offset for that one. Huh. Well, is it only in pose mode that this works? Is that why it's not working right now? If I grab these two and I go like this, and then I parent them. Keep transform object. Is that right? And then if this... No, that did the same thing before. I just didn't go back far enough, that's all. I just didn't go back far enough, I don't think. Okay, yes, I did that, and now I can do this. Start with this one. Parent it. There we go. We're fine. Figured it out. No, I didn't. Didn't figure it out, actually. Thought I figured it out, but I didn't. I mean, here's the thing. Not the worst thing in the world. It's just annoying when I need these to be in the same place. You know? Why won't you connect to these? Is it just that I have to put tail under hip? Under lower back. Is this working? Tail. It should be attached to this, and I don't know why it's not. Is it just... Do I have to delete the tail bones? Ah, didn't mean to do that. And then just start again? Because I'm willing to do that. Let me start this again. I just want to see why it did this in the first place. So if I take this bone, right? This is lower back, and then I extend it. This should be attached to the same armature thing, right? I'm pretty sure. It becomes its own bone, though. See, because I've extruded directly off of it, but it still becomes its own bone, separate from the lower backbone. And that's okay? Might be okay. Like that. All right, and then did I might have screwed some stuff up, but that's okay. That's okay. Hey, we're testing here. We know how that is. Thank you, by the way, Aiden Universe, for subscribing. Much appreciated. What? Wrong way. There we go. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to make this bone a little less. I'm going to make this 2 bones because I want to make it 2 bones. Okay, all right. So now I think I've screwed everything up again. I think I might have just made things worse. It's so hard to tell sometimes, huh? Oh, it's so hard to tell. But if I go into pose and I were to grab these ones, these still are attached to things, so I'd have to do this. Oh, did I? Yeah, I screwed some stuff up, didn't I? Well, that didn't work at all as I wanted. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it just becomes its own hip. Why did it become a hip thing? Why did that happen? What is going on here? Well, hey, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Oh. I can maybe do... I guess... I could do... Is it because I already parented these things? Is that what I did? Do I have to unparent them from the objects themselves? Because now they're attached. Now when I move the armature, it all moves with it, which is nice. But I might want to clear parent. Okay, now I can move these around again, and they're no longer parented. No, that was a lie. That was a lie. Alt-P, clear parent. Okay, and now I can move these around, and it'll be fine. Yes, okay, we're fine now. We're good. We're good. Okay. Now, I'm going back into it, and I'm going to try one more time, because it's already been 3 hours, and I have to leave. But I want to just do one final thing here. I don't know why this won't let me extrude and continuously attach to the thing. Oh, is it because... Is it just not want to... I don't know why these ones are moving fine and the other ones aren't. Well, I don't know. Don't know. Just don't know. It becomes its own thing. But the hips also are. Did I just not move them around? Oh well. Oh well. Let me just do this one final time. Yeah, that's... Why is this happening? You think you know what's up, Orfimnal? Can I open up the Relations tab? Yes, I can absolutely open up the Relations tab as soon as I figure out what that is. Relations tab. Blender. In the panel, it's in here. Is this where I'm talking about? Is this the Relations tab? Where are we? When I click on a bone, so I click on this bone. Relations tab. Parent. Connected. Is that it? Sorry if you can't see this on the screen. I've realized it might be out of the way. I think it should be fine. There, yeah, you can see it. Okay. All right, so now I make my tailbones. Because these hips are also not attached. Why aren't the hips attached to this either? Okay. All right, that still became its own bone. Huh. Huh. Weird. They just don't attach that way? They'll just separate. Okay, so it's just me. I'm the problem here. I want it to do a thing, but it doesn't do that thing. Once I make a tailbone in the parent, select the hip. Okay. No. But now... Huh. Weird. So maybe it just doesn't work this way. Maybe I'm not supposed to be able to attach it from the hip. I thought that starting from the hip would be the smartest move. But maybe I'm wrong. Well. Okay. Interesting. Sorry, I'm reading the chat right now to learn. Let's make the parent select the hip, and then in pose mode, I move the hip, everything moves. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's just finish this real quick. Because I'll tell you what. I've done a good amount of work today in terms of feeling like I've managed to, at the very least, even if I haven't managed to get as far as I've wanted to today, what I have managed to do is reinforce the things that I've learned on previous sessions of this, which I gotta say, I'm very, very happy about. I am so excited about Blender just in general, and it's so fun to keep playing around with this and to be like, hey, you know what? I learned something last time. I'm making some moves. And even though this armature is not perfect right now, I'm still very happy with it. And I will learn more next week when we are back with our axolotl, learning how to make this axolotl dance, okay? Because that's what we're here for. We have to remember. Again, I'm so sorry. I have now put dance in the chat as the title 2 weeks in a row without ever getting to the dancing part. I've only gotten to the bones part today. And that's not the same thing, you know? It simply is not the same thing. But this has been really fun. I've had a great time hanging out with you all. Let me save. Again, thank you for all the reminders to save my file. I'm saving right now. Don't worry. Quitting it. We're all good. We get to see this beautiful face again. Love to see this beautiful, beautiful face. But I have had a great time with y'all today. Thank you so much for joining today. This has been extremely fun. I'm probably gonna dip out now. Let's see if there's anyone who's around right now. Oh, Drawfee's on. Let's send y'all over to Drawfee, shall we? I always love to send a raid over there. Go have fun with them. I will catch you all next week. Well, actually, maybe not next week. Or maybe I will, but maybe at a different time next week. I might have to be a little earlier than normal because I think Karen and I are seeing a movie. Let me double check that. Yeah, I might be a little bit earlier next week. So, that's all good. Everyone go be nice to the people at Drawfee. They're lovely people. They're probably drawing something super cool right now. I couldn't even imagine what it is. So, have a great time. I'm going to start this raid right now. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Monday. I'll catch you all soon. Goodbye.